Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Behind the Bulletin. Tonight, we bring you a story filled with emotion, shock, and a revelation no one saw coming. The headline electrifying the entire online world. Tears and shock. Son Ye-jin collapses after Hyun reveals a truth that changes everything. What truth was powerful enough to shake their 3-year marriage to its core? Why did Son Ye-jin break down the moment she heard it? And what truly unfolded behind those closed doors? Stay with us, because we're about to dive into every twist, every emotion, and every heart-stopping detail. Let's begin, right now. It was unusually quiet in the penthouse overlooking the glittering cityscape of Seoul. Rain tapped lightly against the glass windows, casting trembling reflections that danced across the polished floor. Son Ye-jin sat curled on the couch, her hands wrapped around a cooling mug of tea she had forgotten to drink. Tension in the air was suffocating, thick with unspoken words and a truth waiting to break free. Hyun stood a few feet away, his back turned to her as he stared out into the wet, shimmering night. He had been silent for too long, too still, too distant, and it frightened her more than any argument ever could. You've been like this for days, she whispered, her voice trembling slightly. Please, talk to me. He closed his eyes, exhaling a deep, heavy breath. His fingers tightened against the window frame. I don't know where to start, he finally said, his voice raw. Ye-jin felt her pulse quicken. Something inside her broke into panic. Start anywhere. Just don't stand there like a stranger. Hyun turned slowly, and the look in his eyes made her heart drop. It wasn't anger. It wasn't coldness. It was pain, deep, quiet pain that had been festering in the shadows between them. He stepped toward her, each footstep echoing like a countdown. There's something I've been hiding, he said. Something I should have told you before, long before tonight. Her breath hitched. What do you mean? He sat down across from her, but he didn't reach for her hands the way he always did when they talked. Instead, he looked at her with an expression she had never seen before. A mixture of fear, guilt, and resignation. Our marriage, he said slowly, painfully, has been built on a truth I never shared with you. Ye-jin felt the ground disappear beneath her. A truth? What truth? For a moment, Hyun couldn't speak. His throat bobbed as he swallowed. His eyes glistened. I didn't want this life, he whispered. Silence shattered the room. Her heartbeat roared in her ears. What does that mean? Her voice cracked sharply. He looked down, unable to meet her eyes. Not us, he said quickly. Not you. But everything else, the image, the expectations. Marriage people worship. I thought I could handle it. I thought I could pretend. Tears welled behind her eyes. She stood abruptly, shaking. Pretend? Hyun, are you saying our marriage is a lie? No, he said, standing as well. But I'm saying I broke something inside myself trying to be who everyone wanted me to be. And I hid it from you because I didn't want to disappoint you. Words hit her harder than any confession she had imagined. Her knees weakened. So all these years, you've been unhappy. He closed the distance between them. I've been exhausted, he said softly. Trying to protect you. Trying to protect us. Capital T. Trying to protect an image the world created for us. Every time I looked at you, I wanted to tell you the truth, but I was terrified you'd think I regretted our marriage. Her tears fell, hot and sudden. Do you regret it? His eyes widened. No, he said, stepping closer. Never you. Never us, but she was trembling too violently to stay still. Then what are you trying to tell me? He hesitated. Hesitation was the blow that finally shattered her. Thing grew ragged. Her chest tightened painfully. Fear clawed up her spine until she could barely stand. Ye-jin, he whispered, reaching for her. Please, but the world blurred. The room tilted violently. His voice became a distant echo. Her knees buckled, and she collapsed into his arms as everything faded into darkness. When Son Ye-jin opened her eyes again, the soft glow of a bedside lamp greeted her. The world felt heavy, muffled, as if wrapped in cotton. She blinked several times, her vision slowly clearing. She was in their bedroom. Hyun sat beside her, his head bowed. His hands clasped tightly, knuckles white, shoulders trembling. The moment he heard her stir, he lifted his head. His eyes were red, swollen from crying. She had never seen him look like that. Thank God, he whispered. Ye-jin, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She struggled to sit up, but he gently placed a hand on her shoulder. Just rest, he said softly. Don't push yourself, but she shook her head weakly. Tell me, she whispered. Finish what you started. He hesitated, torn between fear and necessity. Then he spoke. The truth I've been hiding, it isn't about regret, he exhaled shakily. It's about my father. Confusion flickered across her face. Left double quotation mark. Your father, Hyun bin nodded slowly. He's been sick for a long time. Longer than you know. And I didn't want to tell you because I knew you'd worry. Because I knew you'd insist we handle it together. And because I didn't want our marriage to be tainted by fear the way my childhood was. His voice cracked. I thought I could carry it alone. I thought I was protecting you. But instead, I was shutting you out. Ye-jin's heart clenched. Why didn't you tell me? Tears slipped down his cheek. Because he asked me not to. He didn't want to become a burden in our marriage. He made me promise not to involve you. She froze. Suddenly. So much made sense, his withdrawn behavior. His silent nights, his sudden disappearances. So all this time, he whispered, I've been splitting myself in two. Trying to be a good son, a good husband, a good actor. And failing at all of it because I didn't trust you enough with the truth. Her eyes filled again, but this time not with shock, with hurt. Hyun bin, she said, her voice breaking. I wanted you to share your burdens. Not to be protected from them. He bowed his head. I know. And I hate myself for not telling you sooner. She reached for his hand, weak, trembling, but determined. Look at me. He lifted his eyes, glistening with fear. Do you think the truth would have pushed me away? Bird. Do you think I would collapse because of your pain? He swallowed hard. No, but you collapsed because of my silence. Her breath faltered. I collapsed because I thought you were giving up on us. His face twisted in anguish. Never. Not even for a moment, he took her hand in both of his. Left double quotation mark. The truth that changes everything, isn't that I had my father's illness. That I finally realized I can't do this without you. Can't carry the world alone anymore. Her tears streamed freely now. But they no longer burned, they soothed. Left double quotation mark. Then don't, she whispered. Let me carry it with you. He leaned forward, pressing his forehead to hers, his voice trembling. Sorry. I'm done hiding. I'm done pretending to be strong. When I'm breaking inside. I need you, Ye-jin. I've always needed you. She wrapped her arms around him, pulling him close. Months of fear slipped from her shoulders. The storm inside her finally stilled. In that fragile, trembling embrace, something shifted, not broken, but rebuilt. Not wounded, but reborn. As the rain continued to fall softly outside, they held each other as though holding on to the last piece of their shared world. And for the first time in months, both of them finally breathed freely. The truth had not destroyed them. It had saved them. As the long night finally gave way to a quiet, gentle dawn, Hyun bin and son Ye-jin sat together hand in hand. No longer separated by fear or silence. The truth that once threatened to tear them apart had instead drawn them closer, stripping away every misunderstanding and revealing the raw and love beneath. In that delicate stillness, they understood something profound. Their marriage had never been about perfection, it had always been about trust, vulnerability, and choosing each other even in the darkest moments. Began with tears and shock, ended with a renewed promise. Whispered softly in the dim morning light. A promise to share burdens, to speak truths, and to never let silence grow between them again. The storm had passed, and in its place came a quiet strength, the kind that only survives when two hearts break, heal, and find their way back to each other. Thank you for staying with us through this emotional, dramatic journey. Your time, your curiosity, your support mean more than words can express. At Behind the Bulletin, we will continue bringing you stories that move you, stories that shake you, stories that stay with you long after the final line. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.